What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be trying out the newly buffed Fortress in the Open Great League. This Pokemon, well, it did get that Rock Tomb nerf, getting a little bit less damage on that attack. Sand Tomb got a massive damage buff, making it go from a very bad attack into a pretty playable move that has a guaranteed defense drop. So now you have that defense drop guaranteed on Sand Tomb. You have access to Rock Tomb to lower your opponent's attack. You have Bug Bite for fast food pressure, so this Pokemon is a nightmare to deal with. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what Fortress can do. We got our first game of the day. Let's see if Fortress is what we want it to be here. Is it a good Pokemon? Well, that's a good lead. Our backline is so weak to Morpeko, so this is where I want to see it. Bug Bite is obviously super effective into that dark typing. We have the newly buffed Sand Tomb as well. But man, I don't think I even need to throw an attack into this. I think I can farm this down after one shield. With that said, they likely just swap out after this, which is a little bit annoying, because I don't want this Pokemon lurking around for my Sableye or my Jellicent later on. But Sand Tomb did get that damage increase this season, right? So that is pretty cool to see. They switch into a Gourgeist, it looks like, which is a little bit scary. I'm just going to shield this up, though. It might be a bad play to go down 2 shields this early on, especially into a Morpeko user. But I mean, honestly, I think I literally have to right now. I can get both shields back if they want to start investing in Gourgeist, or if they don't invest in it, that's also fine. I'm actually going to undercharge this, though, quite a bit, just because if they do let this go, I want to get a couple more Shadow Claws out of this matchup. Or if they shield that, that's fine by me as well. I'll get the second shield likely with this Foul Play. And then at that point, I can probably farm this down with my Jellicent and go for a Surf into that Morpeko, and I'll be fine either way. Yeah, they do double shield. That's actually kind of interesting to me. I'm surprised to see that. But that's going to give me, I think, 3 or 4 hexes energy lead against them. I'm hoping only 3 hexes, I suppose, because if it's... Ooh. Okay, they do go for a Seed Bomb there to knock us out. But yeah, since they do knock out in 3 hexes, they don't get to a Shadow Ball. That is good news. I'm just going to go for the Surf here instantly, because most things Jellicent should have a lot of play into, even down energy. And if Jellicent's not too good, Fortress, with the amount of energy I have, should be pretty good as well. So we'll just knock out the Morpeko, make it so it's not even a factor. Oh my goodness, dude, why are you using Basti? I'll be interested to see what Sand Tomb does now, though. 15 extra damage on this charge attack. Honestly, this is going to look like it's going to do nothing, though. Dude, what is his team? Why is there a Morpeko Basti core? Oh, yeah, no, that's actually some pretty good damage. Compared to what it used to be, like, you can actually see the damage, the HP bar move. So, honestly, alright, not a bad showcase on the first game of the day. Alright, we got our next battle here. Pretty good game number 1 for Fortress, although we didn't honestly do that much with it. That's a pretty good lead for us, though, once again. We do take neutral damage from Earthquake, but we resist the Ice-type damage they have against us. And they switch out into a Charjabug. If I'm being honest here, I think I'm fine with this, because I have a lot of ways to deal with Walrein, and Charjabug's actually a Pokemon I'm a little bit soft to on my team, right? I mean, I have my Fortress, which is pretty neutrally strong against it, I guess, but I wouldn't call it a hard counter. So I'm just going to stay in here, go for my Rock Tombs, go for the Bug Bites as well, and probably just get a shield advantage to make it so that Walrein in the backline is going to be pretty bad. Or I guess they let that go as well. Was not really expecting that. Don't quite get the Bug Bite down, but that's fine. I will survive this debuff discharge quite a bit easier. I should be able to have some energy for whatever comes in. If Walrein for some reason comes back in here, they're going to take quite a bit of damage, maybe even a Rock Tomb, before they can farm us down. They do bring in Walrein, that's insane. They must think that my Fortress is my best answer to this Pokemon, but, I mean, honestly, I think Jellicent might just be better. Saying I wall off the Ice-type damage as well, but I have much cheaper attacks. If we get a shield, I mean, Fortress, man, is putting in so much work right now. They're at 9, so they do have a full Earthquake ready. But, I mean, Jellicent doesn't care. It's debuff, so they likely have to swap out anyway. And we see in the back... Dude, they were, like, triple weak. I should have saved my Fortress. They were triple weak to it. That's crazy. But I think we're still very fine here. That's only a Weather Ball, right? I'm going to no-shield this. Maybe a bad play. Maybe I should shield this up. But, I mean, saying we know it's a Weather Ball, and saying at this point we know Jellicent should probably just sweep this game no matter what, I think letting that go is not terrible. And it looks like they might have top-lefted there. That's still fully charged, just in case that was like a glitch. But I think seeing those notifications, yeah, they're out of this battle. Fortress was just insane against that team. Next battle. Is Fortress going to keep on getting some good leads, or are we going to see a bad one here? Yeah, that's kind of a bad lead, I'd say. But, I mean, that's fine. Fortress is going to be able to maybe dance around this game. We have 2 Ghost types in the back, right? So hopefully we're not about to get hard countered. Okay, we see a Florges come in, actually. Which is interesting, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think Sableye is that weak here. At the very least, I should be able to get a shield advantage. Maybe flip switch if they end up letting this go. They do let it go. That's crazy. Do I really want to go down shields against an Annihilape? I cannot speak, guys. I'm not going to. Oh, we actually see a Trailblaze bait there. I guess it's not really a bait. You know what? Let's make him shield here. I could go for a Simul KO, but I want a guaranteed shield or switch advantage against him, so we'll just go for the attack. And we do get his shield, that's fine. They can go for a Chilling Water into us if they really want to. But I mean, I'm hoping that a shield advantage for my Jellicent is going to be the way to win this game, maybe. Let's see. Big Chilling Water. We get a few Bug Bites out of that. Likely the Annihilape comes in, we swap out ourselves. Hopefully no Normal type. They threw on pretty bad timing here, not gonna lie. That's a Rage Fist. It is super effective, but it's gonna do more damage the longer they stay in, so I'll no-shield the first. And they are staying in here for some reason, which is crazy to me. Oh, okay. That's big. That is very good for us. I'm gonna go for the Surf, because I don't really one-shot with a Shadow Ball, and Surf is a little bit cheaper, but this is huge for us to see. Oh, we also get his shield there with the Surf. Interesting. I mean, the game wasn't 1,000% over from there, but I'm pretty sure I was gonna win no matter what, but they didn't even want to play that out. They didn't want to let me. Alright. Well, Annihilape is not a problem, I guess, for this team. Alright, we got our next battle here. Let's see. No more Annihilapes. I don't like Annihilape. Well, hello. We don't like seeing this Pokemon. I was just in the process of saying that. But you know, it's playable. We just saw it the last game. I can still play around this if I need to. Yeah, why are they staying in? Is that a Rage Fist that they're throwing against us? Why? I don't understand why they would want to do this, because, I mean, it's not going to do that much damage to us. It's going to desync the Switch Clock. Honestly, that does more damage than I thought it would do, though. But, like, my Shadow Claw damage that I got against that Annihilape, that's going to put them into a much more precarious range, where even Bug Bites and Sand Tombs from my Fortress might be able to knock them out later on. Plus, I mean, we bait out a Licky. And if I'm being honest, Licky is a little bit scary for the team. So I'm happy to see this here. They're at 4, so they have a Shadow Ball. They do let that go. 5, 6. Alright. Honestly, I'm going to shield this up. It could be a bad play if they bait us, but I don't think it's a terrible play. Yeah, okay. They body slam us? Ah! I was hoping they weren't going to do that. That's fine. I'm going to let this go. I was hoping that they were going to get a little greedy there. But, I mean, I get the full farm down. I only get one charge attack off, likely, though. But I'll go for the foul play, just in case it is the Annihilape that comes in, which it actually is. So, good thing that we went for this instead of a power gem, which would have been resisted. Let's see if they shield. They do. Okay. Well, we just straight up win switch advantage, which is honestly pretty nice. I wish I got my second foul play off, but you can't ask too much of Sableye. I'd already put in some work this game. 5. Okay, so they have the Rage Fist again. But at this point, they're going to be 4 away from their next move. So, watch for a catch, obviously, if we can. But I can just go for a Surf in just a second and knock him out or get his shield. Okay, no catch. Let's see what they're going to have in the back. I mean, Licky plus Annihilape is just a really solid core. It could be almost anything at this point. Oh, they let that go? Oh, well, I mean, wait, isn't Fortress really good here? Like, really, really good? I mean, I have buffed Sand Tomb, so I would have to imagine so. They're at 8 right now, so 2 away from back-to-back crunches. That does 2-shot me, though, so that is good to know. They're at 9 right now, so 4. I think at this point, though, don't I just throw this? If they no-shield, then, I mean, I just shield. And if they shield, then I probably just let my Fortress go. And then Surf with my Jellicent. 14. Yeah, I think it's just safe to let this go, because I'm only, like, 2 hexes away from a move. Oh, or if they Aqua Tail, I'm fine as well. But I'm pretty close to a Surf on my Jellicent. They're not going to be able to reach 2 crunches, even if they baited us. So that's why I called that bait. And I guess it works out, too. If they do go for the Aqua Tail, we just survive and get the Sand Tomb off. And Drapion feels a little bit silly, so... Again, an Annihilape lead, but I guess it doesn't matter when Sableye is just insane. Alright, we got our next battle. We'll see Fortress into Walrein again. Okay, we got rewarded for the Annihilape leads. We are going to have a good lead now. Let's see what they're going to do. They switch into a Volt Switch Fortress, it looks like, which is honestly a little bit annoying. I'm going to go for CMP here. And it looks like we actually did win CMP. That's pretty nice. I mean, the thing is, if I debuff them first, and then if I just leverage my Sableye with Energy Lead, how are they necessarily going to knock out my Sableye without going down shields? And if they go down shields, how are they going to absorb my, like, rock-type damage that I have with Power Gem? I don't know. It's going to be kind of awkward for him, I think. We'll switch out now. We have debuffed this. We've put them down pretty low as well. So I'm going to go for the Foul Play on CMP. Again, like, I should stop CMPing the 4-turn Pokemon, but, like, they kind of have to throw there, right? And this gives me 1 extra Shadow Claw of energy to be able to guarantee outpace the Walrein. And, I mean, if they shield this up, I think that's even better for me, because, first of all, I survive a debuffed Rock Tomb. It's also nerfed in this season, doing a little bit less damage, but also I have a shield advantage. If they bring back in the Walrein here, which they actually do end up doing, then I think that's very fine for me. I can shield this up. I would love to be able to swap. I don't think I'll be able to, though. I would love to be able to swap here, though. Yeah. I think I'll get too low by the time my switch clock would be up, so we'll just go for the Power Gem. And I think we just come back in with Fortress to farm down. Oh, wow, they shield that? That's interesting. I should have probably come in with my Jellicent here, honestly. 9. Alright, so they have an Earthquake, potentially. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the smaller move, just trying to get a bait off. Yeah, nice. We call that. And now we Rock Tomb. So we knock out the Walrein. We have a shield advantage. We have our Sableye still around a little bit, but it probably won't reach a move. And then we also have our Jellicent in the back line that hasn't been shown to our opponent yet. So if Jellicent has play, I should be in a pretty good spot here. Fortress does come back in for them. Oh, boy. Okay, actually, that's probably fine. I think a Shadow Ball is going to one-shot this, right? And it's not like a Fortress is going to one-shot me with anything it has. And I do still have my Sableye around that likely will be able to put in some work by going for some Shadow Claw damage into that Fortress if we need it to. But if this doesn't one-shot, that could be kind of bad. It is a Shadow Venusaur, not the bulkiest Pokemon in the game. And we have to keep in mind, they're also 1470 CP, so not even the best IV spread. Yeah, that just knocks out. And now we either Hex this down, or if they do somehow knock us out, Sableye just goes for the Shadow Claw down. Nice. There we go. Okay, wait. This team's actually working out so well right now. That's kind of crazy. It's been like double or triple strong against a couple of these teams that we fought so far today. Oh, that was quick. Oh, 5-0 as well. I thought that was like only our 4th battle. We've had some really quick games. Cash that in. We get a Pidgeot. Amazing stuff. And rank 8. All right, let's keep it going. All right, our next battle. We'll see Fortress into Altaria. Honestly, not a great lead. I'm going to switch out here, because I do have my Sableye that can outpace and go for potentially Power Gems if I want to. Oh, interesting. I'm going to be honest, that is not by any means an answer to a Shadow Sableye up energy. This is good for me. This is amazing. I'm kind of surprised they're switching in here like that. Okay, well, I guess they can do that. They can technically get a shield from me, but, like, there goes their Empoleon. That's great, and I win switch advantage. But maybe they have a second answer to Fortress in the back. Maybe they just don't need switch, and they wanted to set up a shield advantage. That could be an idea that they're going for here. I'm going to go for a Power Gem, because I want to guarantee a shield or a lot of damage in return here. But, I mean, I could Foul Play and just start spamming out those as well. But I feel like the Power Gem is the safer play. Just guarantee getting some resources back if I can. They do shield, but, I mean, even my Shadow Claws here are putting them close to just single Shadow Ball range from my Jellicent, so I'm fine with that. Sky Attack's going to knock us out. But now Jelly can come in. And Jelly, well, it doesn't have any, like, type effectiveness here. Oh, wow, they come in with their own Jelly. Interesting. Well, I can go for the Shadow Ball immediately. And I straight up win the mirror incredibly hard. Up a single Hex. That's all it takes in the one-shield matchup to guarantee you never take a Shadow Ball. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for us here, I'd have to say. Honestly, maybe I should have swapped out then into my Fortress, just so I could not have to shield this, because Fortress would still force a full move out of that Altaria anyway, but I think that we're still in such a good spot, just because we're outside of Sky Attack range, and they're in range where a Shadow Ball, plus the Hex and Bug Bite damage will knock them out over time. So we'll go for the Shadow Ball, and we'll see what they want to do. They do shield that, makes a lot of sense. We'll go into our Fortress now, because they have so much energy that they can't really overfarm much here. And the problem is, if they go for a Flamethrower to one-shot us, which they kind of have to do, they don't get any energy out of it. But if they don't undercharge properly, if they try to go for that, then I might get to a Rock Tomb. Although, if we're being honest, holy crap, that was a really good undercharge by them. I don't think it's going to matter. The main thing about that, swapping into my Fortress there, is I guarantee the Bug Bite damage. And that puts them into Shadow Ball range. Although, honestly, that was That was a remarkably impressive undercharge by them. I gotta give them credit where credit's due. But we still have the energy on our Jellicent. They needed 2 Sky Attacks to knock us out. That just wasn't gonna happen. We get the win. Alright, next battle. Fortress into... Yo, is that good, actually? It's probably not bad, but it's probably less good than you'd expect, but still, good lead, good lead. Yeah, they are staying in here because my Bug Bites are resisted, right? So that's why I don't like this matchup as much as I would otherwise. But they have to go for, like, Chilling Water to do any sort of damage to us, whereas I can Rock Tomb. Chilling Water is not the most efficient attack in the game. So, or they Dazzling Gleam. That's probably better for us, actually. Okay, and we don't fall for the catch. We have our Sableye, which is a really good counter swap to a Jellicent. Now, unfortunately, because Jellicent is so spammy, they will outpace us here, and honestly, I don't know if a Foul Play would have been enough anyway to knock out. So I'm just going to go for the Overfarm here, and shield that up, go for the Foul Play against this, because I know Sableye is going to be able to potentially get some damage off against that Ninetales, is what I'm very poorly trying to say. Ninetales, while it does have a good time against Dark types normally, it's going to kind of struggle against a Dark type that has access to Power Gem and neutral Shadow Claw. So this is going to hurt quite a bit. Let's see what they're going to do. They do shield that, okay. Well, I mean, at this point, they're getting pretty close to Foul Play range, even. I'm kind of wondering, do I ever shield this? I think it's not a terrible play. I'm going to go for it. Just because at this point... Oh, what did they do? They caught on Stunfisk. Was that the... like, the Pancake Stunfisk or the other Stunfisk? Pancake Stunfisk, okay. Well, I mean, buffed Sand Tomb, right? This is going to do some real damage to him. And I'm outside of Mud Bomb range. Although Mud Bomb did get a damage increase this season, but it was also given a bit of extra energy to make up for it. So, we'll see how this matchup plays out. Oh, wow. They just straight up let me get to this next Sand Tomb. All right. Thank you, trainer. So now I guarantee a shield from them. And this is a second defense drop. Or I don't get a shield. They just let that go, I guess. Interesting. I guess they're thinking right now, there's no way that I have another counter to Ninetales. Surely my Fortress is my one and only answer to this Pokemon. But I think the problem for them is, first of all, they have to Gleam us to knock us out from here. If they Weather Ball, I survive and I get more Bug Bites. And even a Sand Tomb Fortress. Hold on, man. Calm down. But, like, also, I still have my Sableye with Shadow Claw damage, so even if I did have an Altari in the back, I don't know if they could win against that, because my fast food pressure is just way too high right now. They will knock out her Sableye, unfortunately. I'll have to show my Jellicent. I didn't want to. I wanted to save Jellicent and not have to use it this game, but we'll bring it in now. They'll realize at this point they didn't have much of a chance. Alright, let's go. Alright, we got our next game. Fortress has been putting in a disturbing amount of work so far today. Is this good for me? Honestly, I guess this is where I want to see it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it good. Noctowl, this is the first time it's going to be, like, even remotely annoying for any team ever in the Go Battle League. With that said... Whoa. Try to go for a catch? Don't get it, but surely they're not an Earthquake, right? They might be. We'll see. I'll no-shield either way. We survive an Earthquake, and I have a lot of energy on Fortress that hopefully is going to be pretty helpful. Yeah, okay, just Hydros. Although, you know, Hydro Cannon is a pretty efficient move, right? It still does a lot of damage there. Alright, they're at 10, so 1 now. Thanks to that better pacing on Hydro Cannon, it is 5-4 pacing rather than straight 5s like it was last season. 2, 3. Let's see what they're going to do. Do we get a shield, or do they just sacrifice their Swampert at this point? Big Surf. They do shield that, actually. 4, 5, 6. I'll go for a CMP here, because honestly, I want this Swampert gone, or I want their second shield gone. And this way, by going for a CMP, I guarantee no annoying catch happens with that Noctowl. Alright, let's see what they're going to do. Do we get a shield? Or do they let this go? They do let it go. Makes sense. I'm going to go for the combo play here, I think. Well, it's not really a combo play as much as it is just, you know, swapping out and saving my Jellicent. But I don't want to give him a farm down there. And I mean, a super effective Rock Tomb is going to do quite a good chunk of damage. And it also does debuff their attack stat, right? So hopefully this Noctowl's not going to be quite as annoying for my backline now that it's going to be chipped down so much more. Okay, I do survive this. I'm going to let this go. I am a little bit concerned this game still about how I'm going to finish this Pokemon off. They Shadow Ball again. Okay, we Rock Tomb here. And I mean, honestly, I might want to go for like a bit of an undercharge just to make it so maybe I can Shadow Claw down with my Sableye and get an energy lead there. Oh, we don't get it. What is this? Oh, I think that's fine, actually. I bet this is not bad for me. Because Weather Ball doesn't one-shot us. Shadow Claw plus Foul Play is going to do quite a sizable amount of damage here, if I would say so myself. So unless they, like, land an Earthquake, I don't see what they're going to be able to do to knock us out. And, I mean, if they let that go, yeah, I just farm down. Even if Sableye does go down at this point, I should be able to win just with Bug Bites and Hexes. Weather Ball. I shield the bait. I'm so silly. I don't think it matters. Alright, nice. Let's go. We got our next opponent. We got the dog by our side. Is that enough to win the game? Ooh, we see an Empoleon on the lead. Honestly, how does this matchup go? I resist their fast move. They resist mine. But, like, also what we have to keep in mind here is Hydro Cannon is a pretty efficient attack. So I don't know how this goes. With that said, Santum is better than it used to be. But I am a little bit worried that potentially my Jellicent might not be as useful in the backline, saying there's an Empoleon here. So, we'll see. Big Santum. Do we get a shield? No, they do let that go. Although, man, these Bug Bites are shredding. I think I can maybe one-shield farm down now. We'll see. I'm going to try to, maybe. I don't know. Do we? Do we not? It's hard to say from this range. Well, they thought I might, so they switch. I honestly think they might have had us there. I think they might have got another Hydro Cannon off if they committed to it. They definitely will get one later, though, which I don't love. But I can bring in my Jellicent here now. Just guarantee that I cannot, take too much damage on my Sableye yet. And also make sure that my Jellicent is not in a terrible spot this game. Because there was that Empoleon lead. And if Empoleon's in the lead, that likely means in the backline's gotta be some sort of like Ghost or Dark type or something that takes down Jelly. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball here. They could go for a shield if they want to, but they are a debuffed Altaria. So I don't think they really want to invest too much. Yeah, they do let that go. What's going to come in? I have a lot of energy, so I can try to get a shield back, potentially. If it is the Empoleon, they can probably get a Drill Peck against us, but I think that's about it. Oh, no. Ha! It's a Wigglytuff. That's bad for our Sableye. I made the wrong call. Although, like, I do whatever this is, like, I catch a move. And that could be helpful. I save, like, maybe I should have caught on my Sableye, honestly, but I don't think Fortress was doing too much left in this game. I get to farm down now with my Jellicent, and if I can get, like, 3 Surfs plus a Power Gem, maybe that's the way to win this game. I don't know if I get that much energy, though, because Charm damage is going to add up so quickly here. We'll see, I guess. Come on, Jellicent, be a trooper for me. Oh, I don't think it's going to be. Please throw energy. Oh, they throw energy. Okay, okay, okay. Is there ever a chance now? I don't know. Please have a chance. Please, let me survive. Oh, they don't even go for a debuff there? They go for a Swift? If I survive the next Charm and get the next Surf off, then maybe I can Power Gem and maybe win. But honestly, this Charm might knock me out. It doesn't knock me out, like 1 HP survive. Oh my goodness. What's gonna happen this game? I don't even know. I hate this so much. Sableye is so bad into Wigglytuff. And honestly, like, do I even knock out with a Power Gem? Because I'm gonna be debuffed by the time I get there. They go for a move here on alignment, so they give me a full sneak. That's gonna let me take 1 less Charm before I get my Power Gem. I think I do barely get it off, but I don't think it's enough. There's like, it's a debuff Power Gem. Does it do 40% to a Wigglytuff, guys? I don't think it does. But I'd be very grateful if it did. Oh, that's like, not that close, but like almost got it. Well, there's our loss, I guess. Unfortunately, the bad luck pug comes through once again. Next battle, no more Wigglytuffs. No more Wigglytuffs. That's stupid. We don't like that Pokemon. Ooh, Flygon. This is really good for me, actually, isn't it? If they're on Dragon Tail especially. But if they're on Mudshot, I guess maybe it's not as good. But it is Dragon Tail. I mean, they have newly buffed Santum as well, but that's only neutral against me. I mean, it's only neutral against them as well, but I mean, if they don't have fast move pressure against us, then it doesn't really matter that they're going to debuff my defense stat. At least not anywhere near as much as it's going to matter against them. And they swap into a Jellicent. Once again, we have our Sableye to counter swap into this. So I'm going to shield this up. overfarm and try to leverage energy on Sableye against whatever they have in the back. They do Shadow Ball once again, that's nice to see. Sometimes I see Surf Baits there, because honestly, I think Sableye basically always has to shield that move. But, I mean, that's fine. Either way, we're going to be able to get this foul play off. If they shield, I'm 1 away from the next. They're 1 away from their move, but I do slightly outpace thanks to being a 2-turn into a 3-turn move. They do let that go. Flygon could come back in here, but I'm just a single fast move away from my next foul play. So I don't know if that's the best choice for them to do. But that is what happens. Do I ever just switch into Fortress now? Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to. So tempted that I've just done it. What are they going to do about this? Probably no shield if I'm being honest, but I mean, I just kind of want to save my Sableye if I can. I feel like Sableye in the back could be a little bit better. Alright, they stay in and they Sand Tomb once again against us. I mean, if there's like a Wigglytuff in the back, that's probably one of the worst things we could see, but I think even a Wigglytuff, it's not going to be like a game loss if we see that. There's no way. And it's not Wiggly. Instead, it's an Empoleon. And while I do have Sand Tomb I could go for, I'm going to do the more degen play. I'm going to Rock Tomb instead. There's a chance we get his shield anyway here. And, I mean, I bet Rock Tomb and Sand Tomb, despite the buff that it received, I bet they still do similar amounts of damage. And I'd rather just debuff their attack, make it so my Jellicent is that much more annoying here. And they instantly throw. I wonder if they thought my Sableye was going to come in, and they went for a Hydro Cannon. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's even less damage then. They probably did not want to do that. We'll go for some Surfs here against them. It is a little bit cheaper. And at this point, all we need is fast move pressure against that Flygon. Yeah, thanks to that debuff, they do no damage to us. But I guess if I Sand Tomb them, maybe they'd be knocked out already, so maybe I should have gone for that. Big Surf, big Shield. At this point, Sableye just finishes the game, though. We get another Surf off here. They're hoping I wasn't going to throw an alignment. And that Flygon is way too little HP to be able to close out this game. Surf gets the knockout. Flygon comes in. It might be able to get a move, but no, not even. Alright, let's go. I don't know how Fortress is working as well as it is. It's an ABB Ghost team, and yet it's like, it doesn't even feel that RPS. It's actually a pretty good team, I think. I think Fortress, I didn't throw too many Sand Tombs, but I liked the ability to, without feeling like it does no damage, right? It's actually a pretty decent move now, so I think Fortress is going to be here to stay in this season. Honestly, I was not the biggest Fortress fan heading on into today, but it's a Pokemon that I can see why it's so good. It has a lot of fast move pressure, it's pretty bulky, it's got a lot of debuff potential as well, and there is a lot of Steel types kind of nerfed in this current season. Bastiodon as well as Shadow Caesar are nowhere to be seen, at least they should be. I've seen a couple Basties, but even still, Fortress, I think, fills that role in that spot where Steel types are going to be, so we'll have to see how it's going to be moving forward. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.